Hello,
That is
hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. Tonight, our party continues to face off with an army of ants.
Yo.
They are normal sized ants, but are giant to us because we were Honey I Shrunk the Kids. But before we get to that, a few announcements. Announcement number one, other shows on the channel. Tomorrow night, the Sprout stream, if I can convince Matt and Data to not play Marvel Rivals for like an hour.
I have a I'm actually quite likely easily to convince their will because I have been allowed access to a particular dungeon that I think you will find very amusing.
Oh, which one?
I'm not going to tell you. It's going to
Oh.
be a surprise.
Okay, but if I don't have access to it, I need to get
I'm sure you
access
do.
to
It's I think it's story required.
Oh, okay.
But I'm
Well,
like,
we'll,
oh, this.
we'll do that tomorrow then. So that should be a good time. Speaking of good times, Wednesday, Wild Ambition. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw, other kinds of bug
Yippee-ki-yay.
problems.
Yay, howdy, hey. Other kinds of bug problems. I'm excited this week because depending on where you go, I might get to like just drop some major bug lore.
Yes,
Mhm.
the bug
Hmm.
lore.
Well, there's a bug pantheon.
Oh boy. Is
Oh my
Hold
god.
on, hold on.
A pantheon, if you will.
A pantheon.
Pantheon.
An insection. Now that makes me wonder though if the bug we're dealing with now is like bug Lucifer and they fell from grace or something.
I
Who's
made a bug pantheon, yes. The
Who's
bugs need a pantheon to worship.
who's the bug Saint or Michael then?
The
Archangel.
bug, so the equivalent of bug Satan in this sort of pantheon, might learn this tomorrow, is one of McKenna's favorite gods, and we'll find that out. On Wednesday. But Thursday, we don't do anything on this channel. Pathfinder 2 we had amusing games. Games fully sold out. I just like saying that from time to time. It's fun.
I can't
It's
get a
fun to do it.
ticket.
Somehow I've done it, and I can't add Matt to the table and run for 7 because if I do, then the people who run society are going to yell at me.
Mm.
I'm just happy that the games are full. I get to play with you all the time here, Will, so it's not a huge loss. It is lovely to play in person.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I was
I
going
don't
to
know,
ask
the weather's
Matt, what are you doing? What are you doing this Sunday?
at the moment potentially not much.
So hear me out. Join
Oh, no.
me and Emily because they're running a scenario in Mind to Town. That is the pitch of the scenario is Leshy zombie apocalypse.
Oh God.
Oh.
Your end of town?
Like in the city. So I'd have to come get you, but that's fine.
Is it like at Max's Collectibles?
Yes,
Oh, God, I haven't been there in a decade.
right? But yeah, so they're running that this weekend.
Maybe I'll think about it.
Oh, maybe. We'll find out. But either way, Leshy Zombie Apocalypse. I did it last week at Muse. It's a great scenario. It's called Rotten Apples. It's so much fun.
Of course, it's called Rotten Apples.
Then on, or 2 weeks ago at Muse. Then on Friday, The Astral Calling. Space. Join us this week as we resolve the encounter that broke me last week.
And find out if we can ever locate the hot hobgoblins in your area.
Mm.
So to give Zoe context, you should go
Oh,
watch
no.
the VOD. But if you've ever seen Community, you know the episode where they come in at the end and the apartment's on fire and everyone's like dying?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
That
character.
was Matt's cleric walking in on my character, pretending to be the bad guy of the arc a little bit too successfully, having not only fooled the bad guy's minions, but also our own party's barbarian.
Oh no.
And that went about as well as you'd expect it to.
Oh no.
It was wonderful.
Or oh yes. I mean.
There's literally 5 minutes of us on stream just dying of laughter. which I think is some of the
As it
best.
should be.
I think is some of the best D&D you can do.
Also, me getting foiled again by doors.
Yes.
Airlock doors. We'll
There's
just
still
put so
doors.
many goddamn doors in there.
I did.
I
So
mean,
many
it is a
doors.
lab.
It's
that's
almost
probably
like
important.
before what could have been a social encounter or what could have been like a tricky encounter. Or a tricky combat encounter. I wanted to separate the party a bit to add some challenge. Then on Saturday, Tabletop Bros, we're back in Charterstone. Chad didn't have a terrible time playing Marvel Rivals, which was surprising.
I think he has some fondness for some of the characters, which really helps.
Yeah. But last week we played Marvel Rivals. Go check out the stream. We are sans Matt, but we have a Tyler, aka
yeah.
Calf. We have a TJ, aka Data, and we have a me and Chad playing Marvel Rivals together. I get almost 40 kills in one game.
See how quickly
Sheesh.
they replaced me.
Yeah.
Poor
Uh,
Matthew.
And then on
No.
Sunday, Cozy Co-op, also known as the Sprout stream for the next little while because Sarah's across the pond. But while Sarah's across the pond, I finally convinced Emily to make some progress in Final Fantasy XIV. So we're doing that. Am I forgetting any shows? Oh yeah, Strength of Thousands, show you're watching right now. Why are you watching it? Well, because we have one of the best GMs on the internet. We got Matt, also known as Urbanoff.
You put me up on such a high thing, Will, just longer for me to fall.
Matthew, take the compliment.
Never! But yes, hello everyone. I am Matt, or Urbanoff at various places on the internet, here to lead this terrible trio through some miniaturized mayhem today. But who are these best and brightest, as I've started to like calling them, our lore speakers of the Megambia? We're going to do some introductions. Please introduce yourselves, your character, and if you had unlimited funds, what is a theme park you would create? McKenna, please begin.
Hello, everyone. My name is McKenna Raytine, and tonight I will be playing Avi, our Nick Tarot witch. And if I had unlimited money to make my own theme park,
Yeah.
wow. Oh God, this is really tough.
Do you want us to come back to you? Because
Yes,
I don't want you to
please.
rush it.
Yes, please come back to me.
I will pop upstairs on my screen. Will, please introduce yourself, your character, and give us the pitch for your theme park with unlimited funding.
Hello, my name is Will, also known as Tabletop Roles on the internet. And tonight I'm playing Igora the Gripply Summoner, Gamma the Gripply Summon, the Frog Summon, Choco the distant but still part of the team pet, and what?
Like, Choco's still, like, normal size.
Yeah, Choco's still normal size, and technically in rules is written I can call him to my side, so I'm really tempted just to see what happens if I do that. But
Oh god, I have a cool idea for a side adventure now.
yeah.
No.
But that's me. As for my unlimited funding theme park, we all know that I am a trash panda when it comes to consuming media. And thusly, I love a certain genre, known as the isekai.
It's so broad, though.
Oh.
So my theme
It
park.
should be, but it isn't, is it?
Yeah. It's true.
It
Hmm.
should be a broad concept, but truly, it is the same thing nearly every time.
Welcome to generic circular fantasy town. Here, have your
And you
overpowered
know-
ability.
Most
Hey,
of the time,
no,
I'm
this
in
time,
for it.
this time I was a vending machine. It's different.
Okay.
I have my idea now. Can I say it?
Let's
Can I
let Will finish.
Can I
Or what?
finish mine?
I'm
Yes.
sorry, I thought you were done.
No,
Proceed.
I was setting up the information for it.
Sorry.
So
I legitimately thought you were done.
no. So hear me out. It would be a fully immersive theme park. Think like Ren Fair on steroids. Like fully immersive Westworld-esque sort of isekai theme park. No, that's it. Like you get
Oh.
isekai, you have to fight a demon lord. You get to do all the fun things. You don't get overpowered abilities. You just get standard abilities. Because if you got overpowered abilities beyond like being able to see a status screen, people wouldn't come back after the first trip. This way, you have to make them come back and continually level up.
So you're letting capitalism poison your idea.
I'm letting capitalism improve the isekai genre.
Ooh, okay. Also, invoking Westworld makes me very nervous.
Well, I mean, like, as a premise, it's a cool thing. Now, don't get me wrong, it was, the Jurassic Park of simulated existence, but
Where nothing can possibly go wrong.
yes.
Possibly.
But yeah, so that's me. That's my idea. Tabletop Rules on the internet. Follow us everywhere. Come and watch the Sprout stream tomorrow.
And we're going back downstairs on my screen to McKenna, who's ready with her idea now.
I am. Who amongst us is familiar with the Ology series?
Honestly,
Anyone?
no.
I'm just glad it's not Warrior Cats.
Yeah.
That would just be a forest with
That's
cats
fair.
in it, which, don't get me wrong, would be a good time, but not like a profitable idea for a theme park. No, this would be, every zone would be for the different ology. Like, you could have a very fun dragonology section with the sickest
those
animatronics you've
books.
ever seen in your
Okay.
life. A dragon ride. You could have a Fairyopolis section where you could like find fairies and go on a scavenger hunt and buy pretty dresses and do dress up. There's an oceanology, where you could have some sick aquariums and maybe like a dark ride of some sort. There are so many of these ology books. A
did you ever-
monsterology.
Did you ever get
what other
Mermaidology?
They didn't make one because they're cowards.
Cowards and fools.
But yes, I think there could be potentially like storylines that you could dig into if you wanted to. Like, you could follow Ernest Drake, the author of the Dragonology series and the Field Guides, all of which I own. And maybe like there could be side quests or things, a little bit like Evermore, but profitable. And
Well, remember,
well built.
this is a hypothetical thing where cost is not an objective, so you don't have to make it
Exactly.
profitable.
Well, I think an unlimited budget to build is one thing, but you would have to keep it bringing in money at least a little bit. I believe, Will, that the link that you just sent me is not a part of the official Ology
It's not
series.
part of the official. Okay.
I
this remember
just someone piggybacking
It's a
off of the
fake.
hype with no fun pop-ups or little
I just remember seeing it, and I was like, I feel like I should share this with McKenna just in case.
I have an ology book on display. I have Oceanology right there in my little cabinet.
That's what that is.
That is what that is.
Again, that's a fabulous cabinet, by
Oh.
the way.
Thank you. Thank you. I love it so much. It
I
just
mean,
kind of matches. I have Deep Sea Miku. You really can't see her at
Ooh.
all with the, oh, that is fun. With the reflection on the glass, but I have sort of like a sea theme on my top shelf. So Oceanology was perfect
pretty.
for
And
her.
I'm not just saying that because of the kind of goldy brass part makes me think of Art Deco. I'm not a,
It
one
is,
note.
well, it's very like 70s, 80s Art Deco revival, which is starting to become a theme in my room. I'm hoping to pick up some more pieces. I really need a desk. Anyway, that's my theme park.
A good desk is important when you
I
pick
think
one.
these theme parks, most of them need existing IP to branch off of. So that would be my niche IP.
And moving right along to the last of our
Oh.
best and brightest, our dear Zosie Pose. Please introduce
Hello.
yourself, your character, and your theme park.
Hi, everybody. I'm Zoe. I go by Zosie Pose. I am playing Ophelia. Yippee. And I think I would want a Pokemon park, but I don't want just a Kanto Pokemon park. I want a Pokemon park that is so large and in charge that each gen has its own area. Gigantic. Huge.
Imagine a vacation package where you do have to spend a whole week just to see everything.
Yes. I'm
May
talking
I
like
pitch something to you.
big.
Oh.
Yes.
May I make a pitch?
Yes.
Have this be a worldwide endeavor with multiple parks. So you have to go to Scotland to do the Scotland region. You have to go to Hawaii to do the Alola region. You have to go to like different places, and it truly is like a Pokemon journey to actually go see all of the places and all of the things.
And they have their own airline where
And
most
people
planes
would
are shaped like
fucking
Pokemon.
do it. People would
And-
most definitely do it because
And wouldn't they just?
They just would. Fun.
You guys just reminded me of something, an old sketch where people talked about what if they only ever made one of each Pokemon as an amiibo, and they were like, the world would descend into chaos. Warlord bands would form around the single Pikachu one. Like, bring me
My
the Ghastly
God.
and the Smoggins.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that would be scary.
Mad Max, but Pokemon.
Yes, the Squirtle
Oh.
tribe has come for your Charmander. But in regards to the question regarding theme parks, I wanted to just mention something. The answer that I come to very much comes from a wonderful experience I had where a group of people went to an amusement park with me.
Oh.
And I got to experience something that brought me back to my joy in my childhood when I got to go to the Star Wars area. And just the effort put into the set and the atmosphere and the production value and the random jars of mayonnaise.
So many jars of
Here are
mayonnaise.
so many jars. It was very touching to me, and really it sparked a long forgotten particular flavor of joy in my heart. My little child reawakened for just a little while. It was delightful. And seeing the joy that brought me, I would love a Mass Effect theme park with the production
Ooh.
value just. I want to
would
walk into
die.
like a shop area and hear like oh, what's her name suddenly, Jennifer Hale's voice. I'm Commander Shepard and this is my favorite store on the Citadel. And see life-size actors in like Krogan suits walking around. Amazing.
That just wants the ability for
That'd
there
be
to be
awesome.
Krogan suits in the world.
I thought you were going to go a different way where they would accuse me of something to do with the Asari, but we'll move on from
no,
that.
No. That'd be the
But
obvious
yes.
play.
And that is our mayonnaise flavored joy. Oh God, so mayonnaise flavored joy.
Well, I mean,
Anyway,
Joy, much like the mayonnaise, is mandatory.
uncomfortable pause. But on that note, let's roll the intro and get far away from this mayonnaise.
And we're back after I explained the difference between VR and AR to Matthew.
Of course, the Isekai player would know.
Yes.
Anyway, when last we left our best and our brightest, they had attempted to get to the root of this whole weird egg shadow problem. But unfortunately, as they drew near the source of the corruption, they were affected by strange energies and shrunk down to smaller than an ant. Admittedly, they were not abandoned on the floor to kind of find their way in a dusty desert. They were on a table in a kind of workshop or laboratory, and there was plenty of things to see on this table. The party decided to head for a thin kind of ribbon of smoke, maybe hoping to find some civilization on the table, which is an interesting concept. Found a cottage that seemingly had been abandoned and roughed up a little, only to discover that the people who likely roughed it up were a group of mean ants seemingly serving a unseen queen who had weird designs to like wed the king of biting ants. Yeah. And then combat ensued, and people got hit with all sorts of debuffs and stuff. The party was really taking advantage of being able to take away actions in the action economy. Good job, everybody. And lots of people were getting sprayed with formic acid, which is not pleasant. And speaking of people who have been sprayed with the formic acid, we pick right back up in the middle of this ferocious combat with Avi Avi.
It sure is my turn, isn't it?
Yeah, there's an ant right outside. As a reminder, essentially where Avi Avi is and where Charlotte is, there are windows, and where Ophelia 1, the true Ophelia, and the next to her is sort of like a door. So there are openings on both sides and the south of the building, but there are no openings on the north side.
Matt, is there really ever a true oak?
I'm sorry. say
Don't
that-
answer that.
Okay.
So,
Moving on.
So,
What you gonna do, Avi Avi?
let me, since I'm actually within touch distance of this big ant,
Yep.
and I didn't realize when I took this spell that it had a range of touch, which is fucking lame. That's stupid for a spellcaster. I'm
now,
sorry.
McKenna, hear me out, McKenna. Reach spell exists.
Which legally does not apply to range of touch spells.
It does. It gives you a 30-foot reach to them.
I legally, the last time I checked, it does not, unless they've updated it since then.
Unless one of us is mixing up
we've-
systems here.
Well,
I'm
reach
not
spell is only a thing in Pathfinder, so
Is it? I
Yes.
could've sworn
there's extended spell. There's like the meta magic for sorcerers in 5e,
Yeah.
but it's not the same thing.
There's also
Reach
probably something
spell.
very. Oh,
If a spell normally has a range of touch, you extend its range to 30 feet. It's literally the last sentence on the feet, McKenna.
Interesting. I think they've changed that from the
That-
last time.
it's very possible.
That is what it was
But
in
consider
original
it-
Pathfinder 2.
Considering
Huh.
an evolution of your powers.
So
I wonder if I had read something then that was like 1e or something. 'Cause I
yes, you
remember
might have read
reading
1e
that.
because 1e did have it work differently.
And Archives,
And-
unfortunately,
Interesting.
has a habit
Like-
sometimes of switching to
Their
1E when you don't
toggle
realize
is
it.
not great. Yeah.
Even in like the original player core before the
No, I'll take your
remaster.
word for it. I must have just read the 1e edition on.
But what is this spell, McKenna? Tell us about it.
This spell is uncontrollable dance, which I'm going to give.
That's a
to
touch
this guy
spell?
right here. Right? Isn't that
Isn't
stupid?
that crazy? Yes. It's
I mean,
not
for a really
crazy.
sassy bard, I can imagine going, "Oh, shall we dance?" And you touch
For
them
an
and like,
8th level spell.
bards like to live dangerously.
Well, I'm a witch, so
All right, so that's going to be a will on
yes,
orange.
please. And that should still be DC 42. I don't know why none of my spells will
I'm
update.
As long as you're
so
aware of it, it's fine.
curious. I'm so curious what an ant looks like when it dances.
Skibbity-da.
I mean, I would assume kind of like a bee, you know?
Still a failure because
Fails
it is
by
42, right?
1. Yes.
All right. Oh, 1 minute. Oh no, it has to spend 2. It can
So
never
for the
use.
rest of its life, it's going to be dancing.
It also can't use its breath attack now.
Exactly. I got tired of getting spat on.
Though to be fair, I think
Alright.
that guy's gotten to do it twice already. So
That's fair.
And then I can still see pink, right?
yes, it is very large, and the window is decently sized.
Large and in charge. I'm
It's not
going
one
to
of those little
cast
arrow slits.
Needle of Vengeance on pink against Gamma.
All right.
Dun,
All
dun,
right.
dun, dun.
Needle, I'll use this little symbol. This poor guy, he's got ongoing damage. I think he's lost at least an action, and he's got Needle of Vengeance now.
Listen, they attacked us.
They did. I can still have pity for them. And I believe that's Avi Avi's turn, so we are going to move on to Green. Green, what is Green going to do? Green, I guess, is just going to attack the Ophelia in front of it, which I imagine is going to set off an explosion. Ophelia, if you wouldn't mind throwing that spell up again in the chat there. Just- All right.
I was like, which mirror spell is this? God damn.
All right. If a creature takes a hostile action against the duplicate, so it already like just attacking it doesn't even have to hit. It just shatters it. Inflicting bad luck on the attacker's next attacks, this misfortune total for shattering the mirror attacker must attempt a will save. with
Also,
falling
you know,
effects.
if we had a nickel for every character that Zoe made use of a mirror with, we'd have 2 nickels.
Ooh, that's not a
Which
critical
isn't a
failure.
lot, but it is weird.
Matt, that is a
Alright.
critical failure.
Oh wait, yeah, right. Yeah, it's 20 below. Not
Yeah.
It's not 20 below, but it's more than 10.
Yeah.
For the next hour, the creature must roll its next 4 attack rolls twice and take the lower result. Okay, so next 4 attacks. But this one is the fake one is shattered. So he's going to attempt 2 attacks on Gamma that are both going to be a disadvantage. All right, so first one with the stinger. All right, his worst one is a 33.
33 misses.
Actually, you know what? Technically speaking, all right, it would have missed anyway because I just realized I would have attacked to make a hostile action against those things, so this should have been a second attack.
Well, no, but
So
it triggers on the attack, doesn't it?
No, I'm saying the first attack I made on the mirror thing would have been my first attack.
Yes.
Correct.
So
So
this
this
on
attack,
Gamma
yeah.
would have been second, and I didn't press the second button. So this next one would be on the third. And the worst I got was a 40, which is pretty impressive.
A 40, assuming endures isn't buffing AC hits. Does
All
not
right.
crit.
21 piercing, and I need a fortitude save against red ant venom.
How does a natural 20 for a 49?
That's
now?
literally 2 crits in a row, I might point out in the chat.
Yeah, look at that go.
Well, one of them is yours, so it doesn't count. But yes.
It's still
What? It
statistically
doesn't count.
anomalous. We're going to move on to the next ant, which is blue. Now, Will, do you still have your notes from last week?
Yes.
Is this guy still
So,
blue?
notepad.
Yes.
Blue is stunned 1.
All right, so he's going to have 2 actions this turn.
Yeah.
He is going to spend both of them crawling up and onto the roof. I'm going to slide him under you guys. He's technically above you on top of the house. He should actually he has enough movement for that, and he's going to attack Gamma once. Oh, that is the wrong button. I apologize. 46 to
damn.
hit.
Crits does not crit.
23 piercing, and that will be another red ant venom fortitude save.
34.
That is a failure.
Let's hero point it.
Okay.
46.
That is a critical success,
Nice.
which is the same as a success.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I rolled a 5 on the 34, which I don't love. And how much damage am I taking, Matt?
That was 23.
Okay, still up.
All right. Enduros in Darkness is going to quickly check on how is Avi Avi looking.
Oh, I think she's fine.
Okay.
I think someone healed me
I think it was probably Enduros.
at some point. Yeah, I'm at 217 out of 246. I'm fine.
All right. Enduros is going to glance at the camera and assume that he's going to get a chance to get focus spells after this back, and is going to use Stone Lance on the ant that's sticking outside the window, and this is going to be an incorrect amount for the attack, but it's a 14 plus the spell attack roll, which is 29, which will mean 43, I think. 14 plus 29. Yeah, that's 43. I can do math. So that is going to be how much damage? 46. Now, remind me, Bard Song, is it still in effect?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, and it's +2, I believe?
Correct.
Okay. Sadly, just not enough. It's going to be a serious hit on the ant at 48. It is looking on its last legs, and that's impressive, seeing as it has 6. But it looks like a stiff breeze could kill this ant, possibly. But Endurance is also getting sick of being hit with formic acid. And knowing that Avi Avi has essentially cursed the guy out the window not be able to do it again, they are going to move next to Charlotte. So someone in this window would have to try very hard. Actually, no, move up here. All right, Igra, you're up next.
Oh, hello, it's me, Igara, also known as Will. Tonight, for my first trick, I am going to use one action to cast Boost Eidolon. As I say, boost! And Gamma gets a boost to their damage in the form of a +6. +6 to their damage rolls. Then Gamma is going to say, "Oh, it is me, the Gamma the Great." 5, 10, and on Pinkie Pie over here, I'm going to Striking Belly Bump. How does a 38, 39, is it +1 or +2? So
2.
how's a
+2.
40 sound?
Meets to beats.
Great, so that will be 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23. 23 sonic damage.
Okay.
What did I roll on that? A 7. Cool. Second attack will be on Pink still. And that one will miss because still haven't rolled above a 10 tonight on attack rolls. I did roll it
only
on
your-
a save.
It's only
Yeah.
your second attack.
That's fine. But that is my turn.
All right. We move on to Pink himself, who is going to square up for just a match. Now, I think he is stunned 1.
Pinkie Pie is to stunned 1. Yes, you are correct.
Okay.
And
Also,
we have to
persistent
remember
damage.
that purple, orange, and red are confused.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I don't get over the persistent damage from Charlotte's thing. If someone could scroll up through the chat to find that for me while I figure out this turn.
What was? Do you remember which thing it was?
Don't actually.
Okay, I can't scroll up through the chat without making
Oh,
chat
hold on.
do it. So
I will quickly. Ooh, way back to Charlotte. Okay, it was. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna say it was 2d6 damage or something.
well, just tell me if it's acid or fire, and I can give you what the damage is.
I can't remember now. I apologize.
We'll say acid.
Sure.
So it is 10 acid splash.
Okay. Thank you. All right. And you said it was stunned 1?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna remove the icon now that I've thought about it too. But it only has 2 actions this turn, and it is probably just going to focus on Dear Gamma. Yeah, it's just going to do 2 stinger attacks. First,
Hit, so it's not crit.
that's gonna be another fort save.
Okay. Let me get my gamma up. Fort. 46.
I believe that's fine. Red venom. Yeah, it's 38. Yeah, you're fine. 31 will not hit. The
Misses.
second stinger.
So
All right.
I will
Can you
take
make
30.
me 2 wisdom saves, please?
Yes.
Hee hee hoo hoo.
Take 30
Haha.
damage.
Ah,
37,
Hee hee hoo hoo.
49.
higher. Success but not critical. It's going to be 30
Ooh.
damage, I believe.
Ooh, your needle's getting
What?
powerful.
I think this is as powerful as it gets because
I mean,
now
you're-
it's the highest spell I can
Yeah.
cast.
But it's like they're dropped below the triple digits or something.
Oh my god. That's so
Oh my
tanky.
god. And then we move on to, I think this is Red, who's partially off the map.
Yes, and red is confused for a round and stunned 1.
All right, so it has 2 actions then. It can see 3 things. It can see purple, Charlotte, and green. So I'm going to roll a d3 to see who it moves towards and then attacks. So 1d3. 1 is purple, 2 is Charlotte, 3 is green. It's going to go in pinch green. It is just going to make an attack. Mandibles. 35 will not hit. So that was its turn. We move on to Ophelia. Then there'll be a commander ant, and then we're to Charlotte.
All right, I am gonna keep Bard Song up, and I am going to need Fortitude saves. If I do a cone going over here, can I hit all 3 of these guys?
The problem with that is, while there is a doorway in front of you, this section to your right is a wall.
I see. So then if I go do this,
That is also a wall. The opening is only what's below you.
So who can I hit?
With a cone, that's a little dicey. If you moved and climbed under Gamma,
I
you
mean,
could
it
hit.
is a D20 based system, so anything will be dicey.
Ha
Fair enough.
ha
If you
ha.
crawled like under Gamma to like the bottom of the map, you could get both red and green, assuming it's not a 3-action, but you already used an action to maintain it. Sustain, I guess. So from your position, cone maybe not ideal.
Boo.
You could position
Boo,
yourself so you
I
could get it next turn.
say.
Well, it has to be a pretty bad pun to get crazy to boo me.
Boo! Boo this man!
Yes, crazy. Get in on this. Boo.
Can we give reverse hero points to the chat?
Oh God.
Reverse
Crazy, if
hero.
I ever get a game with you at a table, you get an extra hero point.
Clip it. What do you want to do though, Ophelia?
I will remember to change my mouse back.
Mm.
So here's the thing though. If I were to go like here, wouldn't I still hit Gamma with a cone? with
Well,
my
I
sword?
meant like slightly to your left, or I mean to
Oh,
your
yeah,
right.
like right
That's
here.
fine. I still have several healing spells.
Like here at the bottom right-hand corner.
Like right here?
Yeah. There, I would assume because your cone doesn't affect the tile that you're in, so there you'd be able to get 2 of them.
That's 3.
You know what? Yeah, the guy is up on the roof. It's a cone. It's a 3-dimensional cone. So yeah.
I mean, it's a cone of sound, so like, it technically,
All still block
What
sound.
are walls really?
our walls really but
Immortal
just
objects in game. They cannot be destroyed. This
My
is not
immortal-
Marvel Rivals.
nemesis. Which one?
True.
Who's looking rough? Who's looking?
Blue on the roof is looking the best. Red is looking not. Well, actually, he's looking nice. But green is green's kind of in the middle.
Green kind of in the middle. How about pink?
Pink is looking rough. I will say this because I was like this back from a term I used to use for Pathfinder 1E.
Huh?
Both red, green, and pink are bloodied, which means they're under half health.
See. So that's a 49 for pink.
49 for pink. That will definitely hit. It will not crit. That will definitely hit. So that's going to be 14 damaged. Was anything infused? Oh, pardon me, 16 because of Bard Song. Was there anything infused or anything on that?
Nor.
16 damage is still 16 damage.
Yeah.
Move
And
on.
that's my turn.
We move on to purple, who is confused.
Let me make sure this-
Is he stunned at all, Will? Purple?
Purple is not stunned at all.
All right, so just confused. So he has 3 actions to potentially do crazy things with.
They're confused for 1 minute, so they are just
Yeah,
yeah.
for the rest of their life, probably.
Yes.
Mhm.
I mean, who doesn't?
All right, so I'm gonna roll a D3 again. On a 1, it's gonna try and squeeze around the corner and bite orange. On a 2, it's going to just amble around in that space and waste its turn. And on a 3, it's gonna go down and attack red.
Technically, it would attack itself. As per
In
the
its
rules of
confusion?
yes, as per the rules of confusion, you do attack yourself if there's no like targets within your area.
Oh, but will you forget? In here, I am the law.
I know. I'm just helping.
I know. I appreciate you. Roll a perception check.
No, I have lie to me, so you actually need to use your deception.
I believe everything I say.
Mm.
Hmm.
Man,
But yeah,
if I
this-
said that in a game, do you know how pissed off McKenna would get on me at that?
I feel like you have said that to me before.
I mean, to be fair,
I
it is a
have.
thing, you know. People can be untruthful and believe what they're saying. They can be just deluded.
Yeah.
But I'm actually going to do a D2. 1, it goes after orange. 2, it goes after red. It's going after red. Won't finish off the orange one. These poor confused guys are just wailing on each other. Actually, he doesn't even need to get that close. The big ants have reach.
Oh.
Red Commander. Yeah, he's reach of 10 feet. He's going to strike twice with the mandibles. Won't hit.
What about with
Won't
Bard
hit.
Tongue?
He does not consider you an ally. Also, he is more of a jazz fan. We move on to Charlotte.
If he is a commander, what's his color identity, Matt?
He's an ant, so red green.
Yeah, fair enough.
Christmas.
Are there Christmas cards for
No.
Magic? How have they not made a Santa card at this point?
Oh God, can you imagine
We'll
like
talk-
holiday
We'll talk at some.
Magic cards for
You
get a
themed
present
for every
token.
holiday?
They do exist actually. They're doing a run of them using what they're trying to make into the new mascot loot, drinking eggnog. This is a completely off-topic thing.
Gotcha,
sorry.
gotcha. I was talking about like every holiday having different.
I play Arbor Day.
Yeah, right.
My epic enchantment, Memorial Day.
Oh God.
I mean, I could see them doing that if they would think it would be profitable.
You cannot remove anything from your graveyard.
No, it's a stony silence. Anyway.
Anyway, what's Charlotte doing?
Well, Charlotte is a alchemist. And
are.
I'm not going to lie, I looked into playing a high-level alchemist, and I'm not smart. Sarah is probably... Well, Sarah is much smarter than I to be able to play a high-level alchemist. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, alchemists go burr. And Charlotte is going to spend an action to apply some poison to Pito. We'll say that she will apply a Blightburn resin to Pito. And then she will have Pito, because my understanding of the rules of Pito is that Pito just has to attack someone who's adjacent to
As
an
long
ally
as the
or is
enemy, the
being
target
threatened.
is, yes, as long as the target is being threatened by an
Cool.
ally, Pito can be used.
So here's the fun fact about Gamma. Gamma has a 15-foot reach right now,
Yes.
which means that red is being threatened by
Yes.
Gamma. So Pito will Pito on red. A
That will
41.
definitely hit.
So that will become a 40. That will become 12 points of piercing of Pito damage
Oh, thank you for 12.
because of Bard Song.
Yep.
Look at me remembering Bard Song. And then that ant will need to make me a Fortitude save. The DC is not 31, however. The DC is 40,
Yes.
which I think might actually be higher. So I will double check that quickly. But
Well, they failed whatever. They
all right,
failed the
so
40.
they're going to take 8d6 poison damage.
Oh, yeah, the Blightburn I forgot is nasty.
Yeah.
Do you want to roll that or do you want me
Yeah,
to?
I got it. So 36 points of damage. Look at that.
There
Four
are
sixes.
4 6s in there.
Ah.
Jeez.
My goodness.
This
I
is
could
why
say
I
something
don't.
really mean.
This
right
is
here,
why
but
I
want
don't
to.
roll for stats. And
Mhm.
then that's one action to apply, one action to strike. With Charlotte's final action, Charlotte is going to not do that. Charlotte is just going to, because Pito works like an insect glaive, like they just point and it fires out, right?
Yes, though I realize now, and because this is a thing I have to keep in mind, that Pito is a homebrewed magic item. I just realized there's a broken thing with it, that Charlotte can technically fire Pito at anyone as long as they're point blank, because then technically the target is threatened.
Yes.
I will
I
have to tinker with
assume-
that.
I assume the
that
wording
that would
is-
necessitate that Charlotte be
And
in
melee.
range
Yeah,
of them, which is
but
not where an alchemist
the-
wants to be.
It kind of goes against the flavor, because the flavor is that this is a gift from the triple unknown goddesses of like assassination. And the
Mhm.
point is you're supposed to strike at someone who's distracted. And if they're engaged with you in combat, they're not really distracted from you.
You know what? Let's take a bite out of crime. How does a 40? How does a 43 sound?
Charlotte just leans out the window and bites this ant in the ass,
Yeah.
and does a decent damage. Honestly, that's 10 damage.
Yeah, that's 10 points of piercing
That's
damage.
half of their remaining health, basically.
Spits it out.
She comes back into the light. She leans back into the house and just sees Endurance and Darkness looking at her like wide-eyed, like, what?
I shall harvest your acid.
I don't have any acid. I'm not that kind of mushroom.
No, the ant.
Oh, okay. Speaking of, Orange, who's like, I didn't hear no bell, and is gonna reach in and try and sting Avi Avi in the chest
Are they
with a
not
stinger.
also confused?
Orange is confused for 1 minute.
Okay, so
So they're confused? They're just confusedly
Yeah.
dancing.
actually, that's fair. They only have the one action, I think,
Yeah.
so they can't even attack. So they're just gonna stand there and dance.
Well, technically, they would have to attack themselves.
Hold on, I
Will
need
you
to
roll
check
for
this.
Look at the
confusion?
confusion.
Yeah,
Look
I'm
at
gonna.
look at the confusion thing. And if there's no targets within range, they attack themselves. They
Hold
deal
on.
XD6 damage.
It attacked itself in its confusion. Just like every single Pokemon I've ever owned, every single time they're confused.
Okay, yeah,
There's
if
like
you
a
have no other
chance for that
viable
shit.
targets. But admittedly, because they do have a target within sight,
Mhm.
they would use an action to facilitate that. So they're going to move, and that's it. They sort of dance over there and set up for an attack next turn, potentially.
The best things happen when ants dancing.
Actually, hold on. Technically speaking, I should randomize that. So on a
Yeah.
2, it would move towards the pink. On a 1, it will use its 1 attack to attack Avi Avi.
Yeah.
That is not a proper command, Matt. All right. It will attempt to sting Avi Avi once in the midst of its dance. Stinger. 37.
No.
Okay.
He's too busy dancing.
Actually, hold on.
What kind of dance are they doing?
I forgot. 1 second. The
The ants in his
command.
pants dance.
Oh, of course.
What is
duh.
your AC though, Avi Avi?
But more than that, I think it's 39. Yeah, 39.
Oh, so close then. It technically got a 38 on that because the big ant earlier did use for the queen, which is an olfactory ability. So the air
Actually,
is still
40 with mage armor.
That's fine then. It wasn't hitting anyway, but the air is still heavy with the musk of ant
Ew.
anger. Yes. That's the exact
I
reaction I
I
wanted.
didn't care for that. Why would you say that to me? Force me to listen to that with my own ears through these headphones.
What the
My
word
mother got me these headphones for my
musk?
birthday.
ant
You're gonna make me
musk?
say something bannable on Twitch, Matthew.
Mm.
I will never disencourage my players from being passionate. Text it to me. It's your turn, Avi Avi. Tonight we learned Matt likes being abused verbally. I don't know. I don't know.
I can't. I'm not saying anything.
More things you make me listen to with the
right.
headphones my mother bought me.
On this, the day of my daughter's wedding.
Okay. I suppose I will cast a cheeky little electric arc. I
How
think I can
cheeky.
hit orange and pink.
Oh yes, absolutely. It is not helped by the fact that the electric arc doesn't have to travel on the spaces they're occupying, so them having huge footprints is not helping them.
Yeah. Yeah.
30, 40 reflex. Okay. We'll start with
2.
Orange, who has to roll really well, or even the half damage will kill him. This is just a guard ant. Where's the reflex button? There we go. That is not good enough.
No.
And that is the end of Orange as he trips the Light Fantastic one last time.
Goodbye, my little dancy ant.
Dancing Fool.
Oh, dancing
Commander
pixie.
Ant. Do they have a better reflex save? Barely.
Hopefully not. Oof.
Success, but not
good
critical.
enough. Yeah.
So with Bard Song, that's 37. So that's
Mhm.
18, I guess.
Correct. Yes.
Damage is damage. Pink is looking pretty low. But speaking of ants, though, you have one other action, I think.
I do. Yeah.
McKenna,
technically
can
still
I
have one
just
other
confirm
action.
that you were just humming dead ant, dead ant, dead ant,
Oh, I
dead
wasn't
ant,
just
dead
humming it.
ant?
I was saying it with my whole mouth.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make
Um,
sure I wasn't mishearing.
I suppose now that I don't need to sustain it, I can hex another one that I can see.
Mhm.
I should be able to see blue at this point, yes?
Actually, no, because blue is on the roof.
Ah,
So they're above you. You'd have to like stick your head up and get onto the roof somehow.
can I see red?
Yes, because red is big and there's a window right where Charlotte is, so you can kind of see like the very edge of them.
Great. Then I simply must assume that it will be going after Charlotte, and I will.
Well, red is confused, so who knows?
That's true.
Red
No,
was
red-
only
I
think
con-
red,
red was
red
only
and pink
confused.
are the only two I can see, though.
Red
Right?
Red
was
looks
only
very hurt.
Red was only confused for one round. Red is no
Oh,
longer
okay.
confused. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
And I will
I'm keeping
needle
track.
of vengeance red against Charlotte.
I appreciate it. I don't have a computer that technically can handle all these debuffs, so. So sorry. Say again, McKenna. I interrupted you.
A needle of vengeance
Red.
against red if
Red.
they attack Charlotte.
Roger that. Which they probably will.
Yeah.
Moving on, it is Green's turn. Green just saw something bright and pink and full of life and vitality pop out of the house. So it is going to try and get that. Let me just quickly get the right profile. Not a commander. They are going to go
But they're in the
Man-
99.
Mandible. 44 against Ophelia.
It.
And they are going to use. They're going to make an athletics check to try and grab because they have grab on their thing. So this, because it's not improved
Oh.
grab, they do have to use an action to make the athletics check.
It does have
I
map.
see.
So 42 then against Ophelia's Fort DC.
Yeah, that'll do it.
All right. So you are grabbed by this ant, and
Which ant is grabbing Ophelia?
the one right in front of Gamma.
Excellent.
Green.
Gamma will take an AO because that has the manipulate tag.
Yes, it does. I mean, grab. So yeah.
That's not Gamma. That's Igra.
Igra runs out and punches the ant.
Not 20 yet.
No, but it's still a crit
50.
actually.
A 50.
Yeah, it's still a crit.
Oh, okay. So that'll become 43, so 46 points of damage.
Sorry, how much?
46.
Thank you. And I guess it
Okay.
stops the grab because it's a crit.
Yep.
Yippee!
So I just want to paint an important picture here because while it didn't get to carry through, it looked like the ant was literally about to haul you away. It has an ability called Haul Away. It grabbed you by the leg with its
Oh.
pincers and was trying to drag you off.
I imagine that as the ant's trying to like grab at Ophelia, Gamma just like takes a deep breath in and their stomach just expands to the point where it smashes the ant's face into the wall.
That
Yeah,
wasn't
sorry.
where I
I
was
don't.
going with that,
I'm,
but
I'm not really a fan of hallways. I really like large open spaces and big rooms instead. Thank you.
all right, it's annoyed now. Now it's going to use its third attack to try and just stinger you. 32, probably not going to hit.
No.
Okay. Move on to
No.
Blue, who doesn't have a lot of
No.
targets, but is just going to go after Gamma 3 times. So this is just going to be. I'm gonna poison Gamma or hell or high water. God damn it!
You do realize I have a plus 29 to my fort save, right?
I could say something very mean about your rolls, Will, but I won't.
No, do it. A 33 will miss.
Right.
Pretty terribly.
43.
A 43 will hit. I'll make that fort save now. Only a 38. That might actually fail. I rolled a
Nope.
2. Oh, no, we're good.
Okay, so you rolled a 9.
I rolled a 9.
Not a 2.
That's...
And final stinger attack, though that is still 24 piercing.
Yeah, I'll do that once you're done your full
Yep.
section. Nope,
Okay.
critical fail. Okay. So I will take that damage right now. That is
Endures.
24 piercing. Still
Endurance
triple
also
digits.
sees that red is kind of on their last legs, and they're going to use 2 actions for a cheeky little electric arc. And the spell DC for this is actually 39. Oh, actually, pardon me, that's not correct at all. You guys are level 19, so it is actually 40.
We are.
It's true.
Whoops.
So let's test for red, and actually red and green, I guess. Red, reflex, succeeds but not critically. He's gonna take 8. Ah, so close, so close. And green, he's gonna reflex as well. He fails, so he'll take the full. Oh, actually, still would have been enough to kill red, but I forgot the Bard song, so that's 19 electricity damage on green. But another 1 on red. Nice even number on red there. And Endurance is just going to give Charlotte guidance with the last action, because 1 actions are always hard for casters. Igora!
It's a me, Igora. 1 action, boost Eidolon. And Gamma's just going to keep fighting the pink commander ant. So attack the first.
It's a slugging match at this point.
Will be a 43 to hit.
That will hit, not
For
crit.
21 Sonic.
How
Attack
old
the
is
second.
Sonic canonically?
36 will probably miss.
Isn't he a teen?
Probably.
It
But,
depends
like,
on
lower
the.
eight,
It depends on the Sonic cannon that you're using.
I guess.
33
There is a Sonic that is that old. 36 though, Matt. to hit.
years old.
That will not hit.
Okay, and then that's my turn.
Okay.
Holy
We
crap.
move on to Pink, who is probably going to end up killing themselves with Needle of Vengeance this turn, but also I need to check for that ongoing damage.
It's 10.
Failed, so another 10 damage. The acid is just eating away at the poor guys. Good, I checked for, I was like, wait a minute, they don't have acid resistance, do they? No. I mean, they love their acid damage, apparently. All right, yeah, he's gonna try and get Gamma. Commander Ant. Stinger will first. 43, and that'll be a 1 will save after.
Crits does not crit.
Actually, I should probably roll it now, but it might kill him.
Yeah.
34.
Uh, 34. Oh, for will save?
Yep.
Yeah, no.
No. How much damage?
I think that's 20.
Oh, he's alive by 1 HP. I'm not even gonna
Well,
bother.
Go ahead.
my god.
Make another attack.
He is going to, because he's an ant and doesn't understand the concept of consequences, really.
39 on the fort save against the poison, by the way.
Yeah, it's a
Not
save.
even close. He's dead.
No,
No,
that was
that was
my
Will save.
save.
Uh,
31
hit.
misses.
Now I have to make another will save.
Mm-hmm.
45.
Success, but not critical.
Yeah,
He
so
takes 10 damage.
his head explodes and gets all over Gamma.
Gamma is a frog, so they lick it up.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Literally
Red, who
the
is no
circle
longer
of life.
confused, also doesn't understand the concept of Needle of Vengeance and is going to attack Charlotte this turn. Probably to their death. Because how would they know? Stinger on Charlotte. 46.
That will hit
We'll
Charlotte,
see.
does not crit.
38 will. Probably going to fail.
That fails.
How much damage?
20 damage.
That will kill them. But also,
Yay!
I do need a fort save from. Ooh, that I think is a failure.
No.
So poor Charlotte is going to be poisoned.
Well, folks, if you want Charlotte to survive, make sure to give me hero points. So she has actually has some.
Oh.
But
Pardon me, that was the
7
wrong amount
points
of
damage.
that was the wrong amount of d6s. Total of 10 poison damage.
So become 35.
And enfeebled 1 for 1 round.
She is a toxicologian alchemist. Does she have the feat that gives her poison resistance? Probably not. Okay, I will do that damage.
All right. And that ant also splats.
Yay.
Yay.
Big confused one.
I got
um,
skipped.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we skip you, Ophelia?
Yes.
I'm
I just got
terribly
skipped
sorry.
right now.
It must have been some shenanigans because I was removing ants from the
Hacha!
So we'll go back to Ophelia
Blue.
before this next one.
Blue and green, please make me a fortitude.
Sure. We're gonna start with blue. 45. That's a success, but not critically. So that's gonna
That'll
be half
be
damage.
half of 49.
So that will be 24. Blue takes 24 damage. Not too shabby. And green has to take fort save as well. Failure.
Oh.
It's going to take the full 49.
And the
which-
second one.
I'm just going to say you cast them into Flower Gleam and Glow. Green does not return.
Yippee!
There's a little pop of something in the air and just some goo falls to the ground.
They do such good work over there.
We're not going to question that. So that was 2 actions. So you have an action left. Are you just maintaining Bard Song?
Art song.
A little victory song, in fact. Charlotte, you are up. There's suddenly a lot less ants around, but you do hear some skitters on the roof.
Being a Charlotte.
And the big one.
Charlotte is going to stride twice to get out to here.
Oh, wow.
And then, seeing how Gamma is threatening blue,
Hold on a
Gamma,
sec.
Gamma has a reach of 15 feet.
Yes, but
And they are a
the ant...
gargantuan creature.
No, I know. But Charlotte came out through the door, so that's going to provoke.
Yes, does it have AO?
It does.
Oh, they haven't taken one yet, so.
Well, no one's really been moving around much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And people have
also,
been confused and stuff.
so how high is the house?
The house is normal human sized.
Okay,
It's a
but
little-
like,
it's a
how
little small.
high is it? Is it 5 feet, 10 feet
House has
tall?
been smoking? What?
How tall is the house, Matthew? Is what I'm asking you.
Not tall enough to avoid the AO.
Okay, so please keep that in mind. A
32 won't even hit.
will miss.
Yeah.
And then Pito, 38.
On blue?
Yep.
38, is that including Bard Song?
Yeah, that's including Bard Song.
That will, in fact, crit.
38?
Pardon me,
38.
no. Sorry, won't crit.
I was about to be like, how the hell? So that'll be 11 points of piercing damage.
11 on blue.
Yeah.
Good
Okay,
damage.
we need to give Pito some striking rounds. I'll put that on my list of things to do while Sarah's away.
I'm not sure we can... Well, we'll figure that out because Pito's a bit of a special thing. But that's Charlotte's turn. Avi, you're up, and then Blue's turn.
All right. I am going to fly out of the window up onto the roof,
Ooh.
which means that I am not going to move my character token at all.
No, they just whoop. You just change elevation. You're in the exact
Yes.
same kind of.
So that will be my move
Pillar.
action, and then my other 2 actions I will electric arc these 2.
Up on the rooftop, Avi's tall.
Yeah, they're too big, and the battlefield is too small. That will still be able to hit all of them. Reflex. We'll start with blue. That's a failure, but not a critical failure, thankfully.
Oh,
by
that
one.
is a critical failure.
Oh, dang it. I keep seeing...
That's on both me and Roll20 for not updating correctly.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was like, wait, am I really seeing something wrong? But no, it's supposed to be 42, right?
Yes, the meaning
Yes.
of life in
Yeah.
all things.
All right, so that'll be a crit failure. So that will be, oof, 68 damage? Actually,
So
more.
Close.
70.
70 damage.
That's a big bug zap.
Yeah.
And Commander over there. That is a success, a failure, just a normal
A failure.
So that will
Which would be
be 36,
36.
18.
Well,
Or-
no.
yeah, sorry.
36
Sorry,
because he failed.
lot going on.
That's okay.
All right,
That's my
that's Avi's
turn.
turn. We move on to blue. Who's gonna turn without even having to move? Because there is, well, actually, you just flew up onto the roof.
Yes.
Okay,
So I am airborne, about as high as I can go.
okay. So I'm just, are you gonna argue that you wouldn't be in combat range?
I would love to argue that I'm not in combat range.
Okay, you would love to, but you're not going to.
I will if you think there's grounds for it.
You didn't specify that you were going
I
terribly
mean,
high
technically,
up, so-
Avi is flying,
said I
so
was
they're
gonna do my
not on the
movement speed.
ground.
Yes, but
Which
flying
is
can anywhere
30.
be from centimeters off the ground to higher than that. As long as you're not touching the ground, you're flying.
I have said on multiple occasions that I would like to be as airborne as possible. I would like to have moved my movement speed up, but because we're not doing Pythagoras here,
No, that's fair. You know what? Yeah, he'll just wail on comma. I'm not particularly invested on trying to squeeze the most out of this fight, considering you guys are probably getting a long rest after this. Blue is going to attack Gamma with more stingers.
Nice.
40.
I believe that is a hit, just barely.
2 hits. 2 hits. So
So
total
40.
of
50 points.
50 damage and 2 fort saves.
Fort save the first, 40, 39.
Both save.
So 50 points of damage he is to me.
Yeah.
No, still
And
up.
that is their turn. Endures in darkness. He's getting a little worried about poor old Gamma over there. So he's just going to run across the room. He's going to do his one battle metal.
Now,
battle.
remember, Matthew,
Yep.
I Endure starts to do that. Igra just puts his hand on his mushroom and says, "We have taught you. Gamma and I are connected magically, healing me also.
Oh, all right. So he'll heal you instead.
Yeah, you don't need to get yourself in danger, Endures."
To be fair, he would have been still inside the house.
Yeah, but he still would have been like closer to the enemy than he needed to be.
All right. Now, Endures is legendary in medicine. So.
I am thinking about protecting. I am thinking about what keeps Endures the safest for a change.
I mean, that'll look good on your annual review.
God, Igra's Rate My Professor page.
oh my god.
So that is going to be 2d8 plus 30. Because it didn't quite hit that 40. But still, pretty good. 42 back to Igra. And he's going to give Igra guidance now. Speaking of, it's Igra's turn.
Well, that brings me up to a whopping 67 hit points. Boost Eidolon and Striking
Okay.
Belly Bump Blue.
You were
A
actually pretty low
45. Yeah, I was down to. I was just going to let Orc Ferocity kick in. So 45 to hit. And a 30 will miss. So 45 for 26 sonic damage on Blue, and that's my turn.
Let me just double check something real quick. Actually, no, with Bard Song, you're gonna hit with that second one, Will.
Oh, sweet. So then that'll be another 26. So a total of 46, or 45, 50, 52 points of damage.
Ooh, he's looking rough. not a dog.
Hee 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 hee.
So wait, does the 45 crit then if the 32 hits?
Let me double check. To crit. Actually, yes.
Okay, so then that increases the damage by another 22.
Ah, that will be enough to take out Blue.
And then 2 more d8.
Yippee!
Okay, and that will be my turn.
All right, Ophelia, you are now surrounded by a lot less bugs. There's still a big one over there, but it seems to be like kind of going in circles.
Well, it can also shake a leg and shake some organs. Please make me a fortitude save.
Oh boy. Fortitude on the commander ant. Dun 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 dun. Boop. Failure.
Ooh, all right. That's gonna be the full 40 damage.
42.
42 damage. Sickened, deafened for round. How's it looking?
It's looking pretty rough. That was more than half of its remaining health.
Okay, okay. What if I just 42?
42 will hit. Oh, it's still up though, even with the
17.
17. Even with the 17, that's half of its
Alright.
remaining. That's more than half of its remaining health. It's
All right, that's my
looking-
turn, and Bard Song is down.
The day the
Because
music
Sick
died.
died. Well, I was hoping the ant would also die.
It sees. It is confused, but it does see 2 targets over there potentially. So it's going to move to here, and it's going to roll to attack either Ophelia or.
While it
or
moves
Gamma.
there, Gamma will take their AO.
Please do.
Boop. So that will only be a 34.
The big ants have an
36.
AC of 40.
Oh no, just kidding. Haha. I just said that.
But all right, I'm gonna roll a D2. One will be. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna make this a D3 because Gamma is so big. 1 to 2, it's Gamma. 3, it's Charlotte. Or pardon me, not Charlotte. Ophelia. 2, so it's still Gamma. So he has 2 attacks. Mandibles 49.
It does not crit.
32 slashing. 36.
Misses.
All right, so just the 32 slashing. That's the commander's turn. Charlotte, bring this home. This thing's on its super last legs. Do you have Arcane
How
Mirage?
many
Hello.
legs does this thing have?
No, but I do
Thanks.
have. Charlotte does have. Charlotte. Hello, I am Charlotte. Charlotte.
I like acid and potions.
Charlotte does have 15 health. No spells left. So Charlotte is just going to Pito. Pito the first, a 38. No Bard
Without
Song.
Bard Song that doesn't hit.
5.
Oh, also, no, it is threatened. Never mind.
Yeah, it's threatened by Gami as a 15-foot reach. And that's Charlotte's turn.
All right. Avi, you hear some large scuttling on the other side of the house.
Morning, May.
You can sort of see the very top of the ant.
I'm sort of. I can see it from here, and I still have one more Phantasmagoria left, thanks to Zoe. So I'm gonna burn it, even though I only have the one. Oh,
I mean, it has to crit or this will kill it. Will DC. Technically, it's high stat. Still fails. And it only had 11 hit points left. So again, you just kind of blow up its mind. Though this one, it just kind of like jerks its head to the side, freezes, and collapses like a puppet with its strings cut.
Good night.
And as you guys take in the results of this battle, there's big ant corpses lying around everywhere now. None of them fled. They fought for the royalty till the end. You hear a excited clapping from above, way up in the potted plant. And I need someone in this chat to finish this verse from a song. All I want to do is see it turn into...
A giant
Woman.
And a figure appears from amongst the potted plants.
Oh my god.
a large,
Giant woman?
a large. She
Oh.
pops down here,
Ooh.
and she is clapping excitedly and looks very happy at your success.
Oh, is
Um,
she like a fairy? Like a little sprite?
Oh,
well,
big lady.
she is actually something a little bigger than that, not just physical size. So, let me just make sure. Um, she says, "Ah, I'm so delighted that in your appearance of getting rid of those terrible bugs, but this is no place for a proper chat. Come, come, come." And she kind of gestures and she hops back up into the plant. Thank you for
Oh,
taking care of those troublesome busybodies. You still seem to have your wits about you. Won't you come up and join me? I've been weaving a ladder, and she kind of kicks something, and a ladder made of like plant fibers kind of comes down the side of the plant. Um, I was hoping someone helpful might come along.
Oh, thank you. I'm good though.
Avi just flies over.
Yeah, I'm gonna clear the.
I evolution surge Gamma and I fly on Gamma.
All right. So what you guys find up there inside the kind of canopy of the potted plant, a tidy campfire, colorful tent, and small cart made up this cozy camp beneath the enormous potted tree. The woman who lowered the rope sits behind a spinning wheel, snipping stray threads with a small golden scissors. She seems wholly unconcerned by the enormous lioness lying beside her, switching its tail in irritation. The lioness's face looks strangely bald, and it takes a moment to realize its whiskers are all missing.
Oh,
The lady sits and pats like almost like a picnic blanket she's sitting on. Come, sit by our fire and rest, young ones. We're all trapped here by our circumstances. Let's see if we can help each other out.
okay.
If anyone wants, you can make me a Arcana or occultism check to try and learn who this person is, perhaps, or at least what they are.
well, try a cultist.
17 plus 34. Also,
Oh.
it didn't roll.
So 17 plus 33?
Plus 34.
35
so
if you include
I think Ophelia got higher with the 47.
52.
Yeah, 52. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Well, all right, you both realize something, and you're a little taken aback suddenly when you realize this. This is a Norn, a fey being who watches over threads of fate, birth, and death. Thankfully, though, from what you understand, they're sort of like lawful good. They seem to like the proper order of the world, which is good. But it's a little quite something to see one of these beings in person. They are quite often reclusive and mysterious and powerful.
So, hi. I'm
Hi.
Avi Avi. I'm a witch. This is my familiar. She's sort of crystallized at the moment, but still good.
You do notice a couple more little cracks in the crystal kind of carapace now.
Oh, she might be getting better. She's had a hard time lately. Intercepted a dangerous message, unfortunately.
The giant lady kind of leans down, towers over you, and then gently just pats your shoulder a little bit and winks. It'll be okay.
How do you know these things? You seem to know a lot of things.
She just winks again.
Oh,
I
anything.
actually feel I should apologize to you specifically. It seemed those insects were fixated on finding a witch, and they seemed to fixate on you. And they were really after me, so I apologize for that.
Oh, okay, that's okay. That makes sense, actually. I just sort of thought that, witchcraft was. Some people have a real problem with it. And actually, these guys were the first I'd encountered that really had that.
Well,
So I'm sort of surprised, actually, that it took this long.
I'm sorry to say that it may not even really be about that. There's a lot of strange goings on this table. I myself, unfortunately, have not going to say fallen prey to it, but have had an altercation with the kind of evil magics working on the table. And she kind of gestures down to her own shadow, and you see she does have a shadow, but on closer inspection, the edges of it are kind of sharp. Like
Hmm,
they're not smooth like a natural shadow. It's like when I
like low poly.
very much low poly. It's all made of triangles, um, like an early WoW model. Um, when I first came to this miniature space to investigate the strange goings on, I unfortunately almost fell victim to the strange shadow interaction. I was able to quickly sew myself and my dear pet here some new shadows, but
Oh.
unfortunately, my shadow that was taken has now kind of taken on a malevolent life of its own. I'm calling it Tatterthread. Seems like a
Kill
good name
someone's
to me.
shadow.
Well,
Is that the Queen of the Ants that everyone's been talking about?
no, I think that's literally just a queen ant.
Oh.
For all their problems they're causing at this size, the ants are just kind of incidental.
Okay.
Also, and this is also somewhat embarrassing, kind of strokes the lioness's head. My dear companion here has had their whiskers stolen by a naughty, naughty little kitten who
I
has taken
saw
them
that.
and has grown swollen with power from the stolen whiskers and is now stalking around the table, causing all sorts of
Oh.
problems.
Well, that is scary.
I they don't they I feel bad. It's just it is a kitten. I'm sure it doesn't have any malicious purposes, but it's mischievous and now it's got all this power and it's just stomping around, throwing its weight around.
Sometimes kittens are malicious.
Sounds like cat.
Avi, wouldn't know anything about that, but I've heard stories.
For a second, agate grows really hot in your hands and like, oh,
This is McKenna talking.
I know.
Looks like Cachio.
Kittens are,
Caccio.
80% mischief and 20% pure hate. And then when they grow up, it just stays at the same size level, but then the container gets bigger, so then they get filled with other things when they grow up.
I
It makes more sense in a diagram, but
I
I
am just
understand.
I am quite embarrassed. I came to this place because I sense sort of a nexus of fate here, which I believe is to be the egg, and we realize that it's the king of biting ants who is known among the norms as someone who just kind of keeps cheating death,
sucks.
and
It does.
it's we just don't care for that. You know, as norms, as guardians of the fates and destinies and the like, we don't enjoy people who cheat. Um, but then when I got here, all this crazy stuff happened. I saw the one researcher lady, her shadow got split into three, and now it's scattered around the table somewhere.
Oh well,
Uh,
that's another point on our quest. Log.
Yes, each of the pieces has been taken by another group. And she's going to tell you about this. So, one of the pieces was taken by a caravan of beetle merchants, carried off to the Ash Desert, which is like that pot that's knocked over and has all the sand on the table. Um, Ant soldiers took another piece to their gourd fortress to present to their queen, possibly for her wedding dress. I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, they did
She
want our
seems
skin
really
for that.
convinced that she is affianced to this, king of burning ants. Have they even talked?
I don't know. I feel like it might be a bit of a parasocial relationship, and that's concerning.
Okay. Another quick question about this then. So, what's it called? Regicide? Yeah. Are we doing a regicide?
I mean, you may not
Yeah.
have to. Who knows? The queen might be amenable to reason if you convince them that the king of biting ants is in fact not even really a proper ant and is, terrible.
He's
Oh,
a
but
fake ant.
I did want to mention the two other pieces of the professor lady. I think her name is Corday.
That's her.
The other two
yeah.
pieces, some dancers came to entice one piece of the shadow to dance with them. So somewhere off there's a dance party happening with a piece of the shadow.
Hmm.
Also, And this is possibly the most concerning. The last piece was eaten by a two-headed
Oh.
dragon that crawled away into the lake of acid that surrounds the egg.
An actual dragon, or like,
I mean, I saw it from a distance. It looked like a dragon. It might be a two-headed salamander at this scale. I'm not sure.
I feel like that's
So
the
there were
respect.
3 pieces. That's 5.
No, no. The Corde's shadow was torn into 4 pieces. Dancers took one of them.
4 pieces.
Yeah. Dancers took one of them. The beetle merchants, the ant soldiers, and the dark dragon. My shadow has become its own independent entity, which is causing problems on the table. And of course, there's the kitten bopping about with its stolen whiskers.
All
I
right.
see.
So, I mean, I other than a safe place to rest, I'm afraid I don't have a whole lot to offer you in term for your help. To at least entice you. If we can actually get my shadow and the whiskers back, I'd be more than happy to share some treasures with you. But until I can get them back, I kind of need them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to complain about loot.
And I can sweeten the pot by this. If you bring me all the pieces of your Professor's shadow, I can stitch them back together.
That's helpful.
That is super helpful. Poor
And
Cole.
I'm
what
good
do we
with
call
Fred.
you?
Sorry?
And what do we call you?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I'm so rude. My name is Hikana, or Hiakana. Hiakana.
Mm.
So, Hiakana.
And this is Issa.
Nice to meet you, Issa.
Issa looks
Um,
very depressed.
Oh.
So, Hiakana. It sounds like, and please, just, let me know if I'm, like, skipping over anything when I say this, but it's going to be a decently long spiel. General flow of events. We need to collect Corde's shadow from several different factions. We need to go and beat a cat up. Sorry, Agate. We need to go and beat your shadow up. Then we need to go and, at some point, make an omelet out of an oversized egg.
I'm not sure. I feel like the problem of the egg itself might be a bit beyond what we're capable at this size.
Okay.
Not
so,
to mention the fact that even at normal size, the egg was proving invulnerable. So
Okay, so, well, I mean, we're small. There's cracks in the egg. I would just say we crawl into the egg and kill whatever inside of it, but that's just my thought process. Or we crawl into the egg when you figure out how to reverse this size curse, and we grow from inside the egg and crack it that way. But that's just me spitballing. But it sounds like basically our next goals are to collect shadow, collect your shadow, collect your cat's whiskers, and
to be
you know,
fair,
bring
it's
peace to
very
the table.
possible. It's bring peace to the land of Oak Table.
Yeah.
It's very possible that in the course of finding the 4 pieces of Corde's shadow, you will come across Tatterthread, my wayward shadow, and the kitten.
Okay. So Avi, Ophelia.
Also, I'm going to tell you guys the kitten's name is Adon Iani.
Adaniani.
Yes.
So Avi and Ophelia. This is my hear me out. I don't have a cake, but hear me out. Let's go and deal with the thing that I think is probably the biggest problem on this table right now. Like, not right now, but in the morning, and that is the
Issa, what
Ant
do you
Fortress.
think the Hear Me Out trend is about?
Well, I mean, I think it's people wanting to, like, have, like, romantic intercourse with things that are not, like, normal things, but
I think it's that sans the romance.
yeah.
So what are you saying to hear you out about
Well,
here?
I'm saying hear me out because whenever I tend to come up with a plan, I immediately get told no. But I'm
Well,
thinking,
sometimes your plans involve killing innocent people.
I mean, in this,
Usually they involve that.
not normally,
Some
no.
plans are good.
But So hear me
It's
out.
just sometimes they're bad.
So just hear me out here.
We're hearing you out.
We go commit a regicide. So that we
And
can
there's the murder.
so that we can deal with the fact that, you know, roaming bands of giant ants, of regular size ants that are giant to us.
There are ant patrols on the table.
Yeah, there we go.
Mm,
Then we beetle Mad Max.
What does that mean?
I don't know, it just seemed like an appropriate thing for a Desert of Ash.
Max,
And
why are they mad?
I don't know. I read it in a book somewhere.
You read?
Yeah, I can read. I'm not literate. I'm just not intelligent.
You just said I'm not literate.
It sounded like that,
That's the
yes.
point. Yes, McKenna. I know what I said.
Okay.
I am playing a character.
Okay.
Did you mean not illiterate?
Yeah, yeah. That one, yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I think the ants are gonna be their queen or sans queen.
Well, I know, but if we
Um.
take out their queen, then the hive won't have like the thing that will be leading them. Is my thought process. So without like the thing like
Mhm.
giving them orders, they might just like dissolve into disarray.
Hiyakana kind of raises a hand. I am very much not going to tell you what to do, because that goes against kind of my whole thing. But I'm going to say there does exist possible multiple paths that don't necessarily involve violent solution to all these. Some of them, it's up to the people you're talking to, and they may choose what the situation ends up being. But I encourage you to keep an open mind, especially possibly with the kitten.
Actually, we're not gonna hurt the kitten, are we? That was never the plan.
I mean, I can't say either way. I don't want to, dictate your fates. That's not what I do.
Igorot takes a look at his Igorot takes a look at the crystal of agate. I mean, it wouldn't be the well, no, I'm not going to say that. But if we need to, we need to.
I mean,
Well,
listen, those
then.
ants attacked us first.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the kitten doesn't know any better. It's just a little guy. He doesn't know that he has someone else's whiskers. He's just a baby.
Just a little guy.
It's just a baby.
Well, in the meantime, I can offer you shelter here where you can rest. It seems like you've had a bit of a scuffle with those ants.
Oh my gosh, we've had the longest day ever.
Then feel free to rest beneath the boughs of this
That's
lovely potted
felt
plant.
like weeks.
I think it might be a
Yeah.
basil plant. I'm not sure.
It smells lovely.
She just kind of like snaps her fingers, and the rope bridge or the rope ladder, she kind of just folds itself back up. Charlotte is already like nuzzled in where the lioness is, and just like,
Charlotte's already passed out.
yeah.
I am going to be spending some time tonight reconnecting and changing my spells over now that we're resting at the level up point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I need to get different spells for this.
I should point out that a little bit of advice I can give you: if you deal with the Red Queen, as they call her, the Queen of the Ants, perhaps if you want to try doing the peaceful route, you'll probably have to show a good deal of respect. I possibly, in a bit of an unwise move, said I would not bow in the presence of the Queen, and she declared that I had to die.
Oh.
Hey,
So why
Ophelia.
wouldn't you just bow?
Why
I mean,
are
it was
you
a little
look-
late at
why-
that point. It
Why are
seemed-
you looking at me?
Ophelia.
Yes, Igora?
Do we want to give this Red Queen a red wedding?
Can
I
I
just
can I help you?
I feel like I perhaps came in with the wrong perspective. I'm a Norn. I thought I would be, seen with some respect.
From insects?
And I might have been a little upfront about that.
That's
And-
bold.
Yeah.
From insects.
Excuse me. So,
Lower beings never show the respect
Bless
that they
you.
should. They just
They wouldn't know.
Oh, pardon me. This is a juniper pot, very specifically. It says in the description.
Well, maybe we can go and we'll bow and we'll be nice, and maybe we can convince her that the king of biting ants is a scrub.
We will show them that when you give them a firm hand, they'll know who to bow to.
Or we'll use magic to take over the hive ourselves. One of the two.
So I'm sensing some tangled threads here. Perhaps you best work that out as you rest here tonight. You guys. I'll leave you to your devices. I don't mean I've given you a lot to put on your plate right now. So.
It is very full, and I'm very sleepy.
And she just kind of like leans back in the air, seemingly resting on an invisible hammock, and then just sort of levitates upwards into the leaves.
Bye.
Do we want to have a sort of team meeting before we decide what we want to do, or do we want to just kind of
do
go
we-
hog wild?
Do we do that?
I mean, we
We have
can.
the time
It's
to
a
talk
whole
about
new
it.
world.
Like,
Something we
listen,
do.
I gave you my input, but like there wasn't much time to hear your input, and like your opinions matter. So like let's like talk this out and let's figure out what we want to do, right?
Well, I think if there is a non-violent path to be taken, then we should at least attempt it.
Okay.
And to that end, if we could talk to the queen and tell her that, like, man, we already killed this guy, and he was kind of weak, and honestly, I think marrying him is beneath you, because he's literally just a bunch of ants in a trench coat. He's not like a big fancy ant. He's just a bunch of little ones playing make believe. I mean, she might hear us out.
Okay.
Especially if Ophelia does the talking. I don't think I'm very convincing.
Okay.
And then we can try that, and if we don't, then we can take the nuclear option. I'm just saying we don't have to. Ants provide an important service to the ecosystem, and maybe we don't have to. Maybe don't have to kill a bunch of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it is tough to be a bug.
I would really use the exact words, ants in a trench coat, small bugs. What did you say?
I just said there are a bunch of ants in a trench coat. It's not
Yeah.
one big bug. It's just
A
one.
bunch of ants in a trench coat
Maybe she's
is
into that.
not powerful. I wouldn't say that specifically. It's a poor choice of words.
Well,
You
not
know,
enough for her. But
because
anyway,
a
that's
lot of
why
small things can be mighty put together, you know.
that
you
is
would
why I
know.
bring it to you, Ophelia, because I don't know how to say these things in a way that's not going to upset her. But you, I think, have a better handle on that.
Ophelia, are you projecting right now?
I was talking about her coven. What is it? What do you call your familial?
Her
Oh.
horde?
Yes, your horde.
Well, yes, but I have to imagine that if her whole horde dressed up as one person, then she probably still wouldn't marry them.
Correct, but saying that the whole horde together is weak.
No,
The comparison, I just
true.
don't like.
I mean, to be fair, there's like nothing wrong with like large group relationships. Like that's fine if like as long as like all parties are consenting.
several million of them. That sounds awfully complicated.
Yeah, but as long as you're doing it in like a healthy, safe manner, I'm sure it's fine.
And you would know, Igaro?
Oh no, I've read books.
Avi,
I
get
thought
up
you
and
said
leave.
you were literate.
I'm head out.
That's all I had to say. I gotta go. Good night.
Right, you did say you were literate.
Yeah.
Well, I
Into
think
the
it's
darkness
a
is
good
just
call to deal with the ants first because of the patrols.
There we go. Okay, so we have ants that we're dealing with first. Good.
So the Gourd Fortress is your objective then.
Yes, for the
Yes, and then
gourd.
After that, probably the whiskers. Look at that poor Issa. So sad. So
So very sad, dispirited.
You guys are reminded of a game that was once played by children. Find the old cat.
Oh no, that cat is too old.
Oh.
Oh.
Aw.
Find it.
Does anyone have any questions before you settle in to get your long rest for Hiyakana? Who is absolutely not listening, but totally can hear if anyone tries to talk to her.
Hey, can we get like any spoilers for our fate?
No.
Like,
When did you
I don't
want
know.
to know
Who
that?
who do I end up? I don't know. It's just fun. Like,
Isn't that boring?
yeah, that's the fun part though.
It's fun to be boring.
No, it's fun to get spoilers.
A leaf wafts down, but it seems to have some sparkles and lands in your little froggy hands, Igora, and on it is written a message in magical flowing script. No spoilers.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, fair. I
But
thought I'd
you
try.
may want to get that thing on your foot looked at.
Nah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
It won't.
I thought you said no spoilers.
It's
Hey,
just
hey.
uncomfortable to look at knowing what I know.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
That's
hey,
not
you really
incorrect.
can't. This is an IRL PSA to all of you out there. If you have something weird on your foot, get it checked out ASAP. My aunt is very stubborn, and she had some sores on her foot, and she wasn't gonna go get them checked out because she was like, "It's fine, whatever." However, then she got a cough that was like so bad that she could not stop coughing. So then she went in, and it immediately went away when she went in. And they were like, "Oh, well, while you're here, is there anything else that we can look at?" She's like, "Oh, I got this little sore on my foot." So they check it out. And they say, "Ma'am, thank God you came in today, because if you had come in tomorrow, we would have to take your whole leg."
Oh,
And then they cut off all her toes. And she was fine.
gangrene.
However, it was sepsis.
Oh,
Oh
oh
And
no.
if
my god.
she hadn't had that random cough that
Ooh.
magically went away, she never would
Spooky.
have gone in to get it checked out. So, friends, the moral of the story is, if you have weird sores on your feet, go fucking get them checked out, please.
Huh.
Now I realize how little I know about sepsis.
Scary. Scary stuff.
Terrifying.
Oof. Medicine.
Well, look
How
out
does it
for little
work?
sores on your paws.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the plan is to investigate the Gourd Fortress and its queen.
Mhm.
Just out of curiosity, do you guys plan to just make a beeline, or are you going to try and perhaps do the stealthy thing and avoid ant patrols?
A beeline? That's so
There are
funny.
no bees here, thankfully. There are beetle merchants that have goods if you have the equivalent of coin. I don't know what the
guess that's
currency
a
is
good
here.
question is like, how do we want to approach her? Because if we just go up and say, "We are making
Oh.
a mistake. This guy is, this man ain't shit."
Oh, Avi, you
I
swore.
don't know how well we're going to be. I swear all the time. I don't
I'm-
understand why the
I'm-
response is always so surprised.
Just so you guys have an idea, I'm
Ophelia
gonna.
high fives Ira.
I love
Oh,
I
that's
love
the
this
wrong map.
goof.
It's so
I love
fun
this
when
goof
I
so
love-
much.
I love when that happens.
Hold on.
So
Hold on.
good.
All right, let's see if I can.
Where are we, and why is Choco here? What is going on?
Sorry, I put the flag on the wrong map. You should
I
be.
thought you said no spoilers.
That was an old map. I
Oh
just
yeah,
wanted.
this is the Mercedes fight map.
Well, you shouldn't be on it now. Refresh or something. I should have dropped you.
Oh
in.
no, we're still there.
Damn it!
What did you do?
Hold on.
Matt,
How's
Broke
There
this?
we go.
You broke it.
Okay.
my pretty lady.
So you guys are in C. You are the potted plant. The Gourd Fortress is actually just north of you.
Oh,
So it
So
is
we're doing
closest
closest
packs,
thing first.
basically, yeah. You guys can hit the Gourd Fortress, then go to the Ash Waste, and
Oh, I'm not even
Fine.
on the table anymore.
oh, that's odd. Hold on, let me fix that.
oh yeah. Now we're in the room in front of the table.
The room where it happened.
The room where it happened, where we got shrunk.
Now you're on the table, Ophelia.
Yay! I'm still not, but that's okay.
Me neither.
You guys, I can see you.
I'm not on the table.
Listen,
I don't know
I'm
what to
laughing
tell
like
you.
I'm fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you.
How about now?
No.
No. Oh,
Okay,
now-
what map do
now.
you
Maybe
two
I need to
see?
reroll.
Like I said, the room where it happened, the one where we got the small.
Shrunkified.
The Patoa
Mole.
Pavilion?
Protea?
Yeah, the Protea.
Yeah.
Hold on.
The
Trying to
Protea
drag this
Pavilion?
stupid little flag thing. I much
Yeah, I'm
prefer the old
still in
system.
the Protea Pavilion.
Yeah.
Oh, there we
We're
go.
free.
There we go. Ugh.
Here I am. Now I'm on the table.
Here I am. Here I am. Uh-oh, where am I now? Uh-oh.
Oh no!
I'm
Oh
so-
no! Now I'm back.
What is happening? It keep.
I
You know what?
don't know.
It doesn't
Doing
matter. You guys
that.
saw the
We
table.
don't have to, yeah, we don't have to worry about it.
I will.
We just-
Hold on.
Here, wait, Avi, let's fix it. There we go.
Stupid.
Perfect.
Uh,
Wait, I was gonna. Oh, that's so funny. Put us back.
okay, now we're on the right map.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm not.
So we're going for the gourd. We are here in the plant.
We are here.
Okay, good. You guys are staying on the map you're supposed to be on.
Oh, what's
Not.
this?
I'm not blaming you guys. I'm blaming Roll20.
What's this royal-looking gourd room that I'm in? What's this map?
Are you in a different map?
Are you in
now?
a
Are you effing with me?
Ants? Why are there ants everywhere?
You know what?
I
Thank
can
you
tell
all
if
for
she's
joining
fucking
us
with you or
tonight.
not.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. I think we're all getting a little loopy at this point. Hopefully next week we will
I'm back
start.
on the Patoa Pavilion map, by the way, Matt.
I don't even know if you're. I can't tell if you're true. I don't know what to believe.
Oh my god, so am I.
All right.
I'll send you a screenshot right now, Matthew.
No, I believe you. I believe you. I don't understand what's happening. It keeps jumping people back to maps. The little
Wait, I'm
flag that's supposed to stay isn't staying. But no, it actually is there. You should be on there. It doesn't matter. Thank you all for joining us. Tune in next week as we begin infiltration, siege of the Gourd Fortress, find out what else the Red Queen has been up to. There are some surprises waiting for you guys, and I'm very interested to see how you react to this, because there's more than one shadow the Red Queen has been attempting to acquire.
Oh.
Well,
Also,
my
you might run into a
friends,
giant kitten. Who knows?
Ooh.
Who knows?
join us next
Wow.
week and find out. Thank you all so much for coming. Check out our many other shows here on the channel, and of course, we will see you all on the next one. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.